Hi team, we're going to do a quick tutorial on how to leverage smart lists. So the first thing we do is come on to our contacts within the sub account choice. You would primarily go on to more filters, and this is where you would use a certain logic or condition to further filter down your leads and then have a specific targeting. So as you can see, there are a lot of options to choose from and to filter down on. So for, let's say, the demonstration of this tutorial, we'll use the pipeline stage. We create a lead list that specifically targets, let's say, visits required. So leads that require a visit, and we could reactivate or re-engage them with a certain messaging or communication. So we just click apply. Now we'll just quickly review the contacts that populate. So in this case, it's just four of them, but it could be hundreds or even thousands of them down the line. So once we are happy with the leads that are populated, we go back onto filters and we could save it as a smart list. Now we'd quickly name it appropriately. So for this example, reactivation lead list, we could name it. There we go. And just save it. So that's how you create a lead list. Now you would, to manage them, you would go on the top right, you would go to manage smart lists. And this is where all the smart lists that you create would populate. You could literally change its order and yeah. Now I'll show you furthermore what are the options on the side over here. So you could copy a smart list. This is when, let's say, you don't want to do further filtering, but you just have maybe one additional filtering to do. So you just copy it, maybe rename it, and just add the further filtration that needs to be done. The second option is share smart list. So this is in the case of if you have a bigger team and you just want to share or showcase your smart list with one or two team members, you could specifically do that as well. So you would just click it, you would click the team member you want to share it with and press save there. And the second last one is you could always edit the smart list name as it evolves. And last is delete the smart list altogether. So now move on to how to leverage the smart list particularly. So the main purpose or objective is for bulk actioning certain leads that we target. So we could click all the leads that we've already filtered down. We could change its pipeline stage altogether. We could add it to automations. Now, this is majorly what we're going to be leveraging. So the automations that the GMF preloads into your sub account, or once you get creative and you start creating your own, you could start leveraging that as well. Again, may it be a one-off or bulk SMS or email, that's also possible from here. So you just select it and then you could go there. You have the templates loaded in, but you could also create your own. For tags, you could have them added or removed. Ideally, we have them pre-approved and indexed from the GMF side. So you wouldn't have to do much over there, but maybe in the case of a special campaign or a competition run, we could think of leveraging tags in that case. You could delete the contacts as well, send review request, export it if you want to leverage it externally, import furthermore contacts. You could add edit to company. This is something for the future where we may possibly integrate WhatsApp and leverage that as well. And the last is merging up to 10 contacts. So this is just for optimizing or organizing the contacts that we filter down. The next big thing is, so you have a default set of columns that populate for a filtered smart list, but you could customize it further. So if you click on columns, you could select the additional columns that you want populating, just maybe to identify or you're interested in that data field. So let's say in this case, we click customer type, and there we go. So we have customer type also populating for each one of the contacts. In this case, it's all real estate, but even if they're dynamic in nature, you'll be able to identify for each contact what's the customer type. once you do get this done. So that's about it. The last thing you would do is possibly, if you do make further changes, you could always save the existing smart list, or you could just save it as a new one. So that's pretty much it. I hope that helped with regard to leveraging smart list, and thank you.